Hello, my fabulous artists. Today we are painting our snowman, our salt dough snowman. These guys have been drying for about a week, and you can see on the top it's nice and dry. It's turned completely white. On the back, I still have a little bit of moisture. Still needs some drying time, but it is dry enough to paint it. Since we only need two colors, really, you can add more if you want, but I'm going to be making an orange nose and black eyes and mouth using my number 6 round brush. You can use any brush you have, but a round brush is really great because it covers enough area and it has this point. So whatever you've got is fine. I'm using number 6 round. Have some water to clean your brush in between paint colors and a paper towel to dry it off. Here we go. I am going to start with the orange because when I clean my brush in the water, I don't want the water to turn black and muddy up my colors. So I'm not going to start with black. Save black for the end. Use orange or whatever colors you're going to use first. So we don't need to have a wet brush. You just go straight to picking up the paint. You do not want to wet the paint. You want the paint to be nice and thick. You don't want to thin it out, water it down. So I'm just trying to get around the edges first. That's the most difficult part because you have to kind of get all the way to the bottom without getting the orange on your snowman's face. So take your time, be steady. I hope you're following along. Painting the nose. Okay, I'm going to pick it up. It's going to help me get into the creases here. You only want to paint the top. Do not try and paint underneath because it's just going to stick to the surface where you're drawing it. So do not go underneath. Only paint the front, the top of it. I think later for the little lines I put on the carrot, I'm going to add a little bit of black. So you can use black or brown, add those lines if you have those lines on your carrot nose. All right. And there you have it. He has his carrot nose. So now I'm going to rinse my brush. So when we clean our brushes, you don't smash it into the bottom of the cup. Okay? Just swirl it around. Check to make sure you got the paint off. Dab it off on the edge. I still see some paint coming off, so I'm gonna rinse again. Okay, now I use my paper towel. Again, don't smash your bristles, just swipe it this way. Okay, now I can pick up black. So you can see there's no color coming off. Make sure your brush is clean before you switch colors. Picking up the black. So for this one, I kept a little white spot here, and here. So I'm going to try and go around those. A little bit goes a long way. You can see I only have a little dab on my brush. So do not overload your brush. You only need a little bit. If you put too much on there, it's going to be hard to work with. So take it easy. Just pick up a little bit of paint at a time. All right, this guy's looking cute. And now the next eye. Isn't he adorable? Okay, for the cheek, I'm gonna leave this one. I think I might add a different color to that. Or I'll just let it be white and add a smile to it. The smile line. You'll see. So you are the artist. You're designing your snowman. I'm just showing you the painting techniques. You might want to add different colors. Okay, and probably have different designs. Some of you might have added eyelashes and hats and scarves, other details. Everyone's unique. Everyone's snowman will be unique, and I want you guys to have fun painting it. There's no rules. I just want you to follow the technique on how to paint it so that you have a successful work of art. All right, now I'm going to get in here and add this little smile line. You might want to use different size brushes. If you have small details, you might need a smaller brush. Right, there we have it. This guy's done. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. All right, I'm going to have to wash my brush, and you're going to see what I mean about muddying up the water. So when you clean black off, see how the water starts to turn. Since it's only a little bit of black, it's not that bad. But the more black you use, the worse it will get. And then if you want to use other colors that are lighter, you're going to have to get new water. You don't want to use dirty water and mess up the colors that you're using. So I kept mine simple, orange and black, but I know that you guys probably have some other ideas in mind. And that's why I'm giving you those tips. All right, I'm gonna start with my orange again. Paint my nose. like to get a coat on the very top, and then seem to work well to tip it, hold it like this, and paint the sides. Acrylic paint is the best paint to use. It's going to give you the best finish. Dries pretty fast. Has good coverage. So use acrylic paint. For the black, if you don't have black acrylic paint, you could actually use a Sharpie to color the black onto the mouth or eyes. Sharpie will work. Okay, I have orange nose. I'm gonna rinse it. I'm gonna go back to this one and add some lines on the carrot nose at the end. By the way, for your water cup, don't use something that you want to drink out of at home. Use something you would not drink out of, because that's kind of gross. You might have some paint residue and you don't want to drink out of that cup again. So I really want you to use something disposable, or a cup that you're going to use only for painting. This cup I only use for painting. It's not a drinking cup. I like to save like containers from food that normally we would throw away. I like to recycle and use those for art. So that's an idea. This one came from a soup. And those microwavable soups. So it's a good way to recycle and to use a good cup for your painting at home. All right, little eyes. You saw I dabbed some off because I noticed I had too much and I didn't want to overload my brush, so I dabbed some off. And that's another reason why it's great to have a paper towel right next to you when you're painting. I'm not even going to try to get down in the corners of this one. I'm going to let those be white because I don't want the black to touch my snowman's face. So I just want to make nice little circles on here. And I'm just doing this to paint along with you guys. You don't have to stare the whole time at what I'm doing. It's just to give you some ideas and to show you how okay. I'm happy with this guy. Now that was my second snowman. All right, I want to add those lines to this guy here. So I'm not even gonna pick up any more paint because honestly, I don't need a lot. I just want to kind of dab them in there in those indentations I made. I don't really want a lot of paint there. Yay. All right. There you have it. Now when it's time to clean your brush one final time, go ahead and rinse it off. Do not let it sit in the cup. If you leave a brush soaking in water, the glue that holds the bristles in place will start to dissolve and your bristles will start to fall out. And since you want to be a fabulous artist, you have to continue to keep your materials in good shape. So that's it. And we're done. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. I think this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to put these on my Christmas tree. You can put a ribbon through here or a piece of yarn and hang it. And that's all.